Hello everyone, this is Running on Empty Food Review. Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, and everyone watching. This is Running on Empty Food Review, and I am your host, the Report of the Week. So, Taco Bell has done it again. They did it again. They did the unimaginable this time around. They released a new item. That's right. And I'm just going to give you a couple seconds, maybe 2.5 seconds to process that. They actually released a new item, which is unprecedented, quite frankly. And this isn't just any new item. This is something that's never been seen before. Something that has never even been conceived, even. You know, there are government think tanks out there that are trying to come up with all the possible Taco Bell items. And this one it's not even on the radar. So this is big. Taco Bell has just released the Toasted Cheddar Chalupa. What a name right there. You might be saying, well, what exactly is Toasted Cheddar Chalupa? Well, it's all about the shell. Sometimes you have items where, alright, it's about the ingredients. Maybe they'll do something with the seasoned beef, or they'll do something with the toppings, or they'll have a special sauce or something. And other times they do something with, let's say, the presentation, or the shell, or whatever it comes in. And this is a prime example of it. It's a standard chalupa that comes with beef, lettuce, tomato, cheddar cheese, and sour cream. Alright, pretty standard for what it is. You could always swap it out, and you could get some chicken, or some of their infamous steak. Right there. But here's what makes it so special. Instead of just being your regular, plain, boring old chalupa, what makes it the Toasted Cheddar Chalupa? It's all about that chalupa shell. Because this comes with aged cheddar cheese baked into the shell. So they try to, I guess, get a little bit more of a pronounced cheddar cheese type of flavor. Likewise, of course, trying to bake something into the shell gives it this little more refined air. Not by much, but, you know, it kind of makes it a little more artisan-esque. And it's got not just your old regular cheddar cheese, but it's got, well, actually, I guess it is old cheddar cheese, because they claim it to be aged cheddar cheese. Right now, the big debate isn't really on what this tastes like, but how old this cheddar cheese is exactly. Currently, we have estimates going from yesterday to over 14,000 years, believe it or not. So there's a lot of debate going on as to how old this cheddar cheese is. As of now, though, no one knows. Price for this on its own is $2.49, though of course, as many things with Taco Bell, it also comes in a little bit of a specialized box, a meal deal. For the price of $5, you can also get it with 2 tacos, hard shell or soft shell, and also a drink. That's what I did today. Got it with the box deal, and then the drink, Baja Blast. So that's what it all comes down to. Otherwise, again, it's like a pretty basic item, so I think we know everything that there is to know about it. Now we'll just open up the box and we'll take a look. Right, you can see, and there it is on the, right there, you can see those are just the plain, regular tacos right there. Now let's look at this a little closer. See, it even has the special wrapping right there. It says special, that's why it's special. We already have, well, there was a stray tomato, take my word on it. And here it is. I'll tell you this, I can smell the cheddar cheese. Yeah, I can really smell it. It definitely very cheddary. Alright, and that's what it looks like right there. You can definitely see that baked cheddar cheese right on the shell. There's more than I thought there was going to be, honestly. And then inside you can actually see the meat and the tomatoes and the lettuce and the more cheese that's in there. But it looks like a very crispy shell, and I can definitely see quite a good amount of that, yeah, that baked in cheddar cheese. So that's the whole selling point of it, right? That this is what they've got. And it's there. I mean, I can confirm that. Big question is, how does it taste at this point in time? That's what we're going to find out. Let's, what does it say? Cheddar Chalupa. Right there. Let me, let's do this. There we go. Alright, so you know what's in it, I know what's in it, and you see it. You can definitely see that cheddar cheese bake. So, with that, I mean, again, I think it speaks for itself. Now we're just going to see what it tastes like. So it is the Toasted Cheddar Chalupa. Definitely some toasted cheddar on it. We're going to try it out. I'll let you know what it tastes like. It's going in. Let me get this. Here we go. Cross section. Now take 2 more bites. As always, keep in mind, my new podcast is currently out. This week's show features some good discussion, and it's apolitical. It's not any sort of, it's a civilized discussion on whether looks matter in politics. It's an interesting show anyway. Check it out, youtube.com/VORW podcast, or on iTunes, Spotify, just search VORW. So just getting the word out. One more bite, and then I'll let you know what I think. Disaster was averted there, so all's good. I gotta tell you, when it comes down to this item, my feelings toward it are completely, it's like, middle of the road. I by no means do I hate it, but I will say by no means do I feel it to be the best thing I've ever had. Like, this is a completely, I would say, neutral item. As a matter of fact, I would say from the initial appearance, I think I had a little higher expectations. But it's kind of weird, because there's nothing about it that really detracts from the taste. Nothing about it that really is saying, oh, I hate this, it tastes so bad, right? But it's just the way they make it look with the toasted cheddar makes it seem like it gives this illusion that it's going to be a little more on the gourmet side than it really is. And the one thing I think is that the toasted cheddar and this shell, it just gets a little too almost oily. You know, I guess it's maybe when they just bake it into the shell or something. It's like this shell was kind of loaded with this little bit of an oil. And once you finally get into the taco itself, and it's the sour cream and the tomatoes actually, it's necessary to offset that rest of that flavor, that just gets a little bit overpowering otherwise. And I mean, the shell looks nice, don't get me wrong. It's a very aesthetically pleasing taco, to be quite honest. But it's just, the shell just gets a little monotonous. It gets a little too cheesy is the best way to put it. It's just this baked-in cheese, and it just gets kind of dry and bland and monotonous. You get this oil that doesn't really contribute any flavor. And then you finally work into the taco, and then you get the meat. Then you get the sour cream and the tomatoes and some of the other cheddar cheese. And that all blends together fine, right? That's a standard chalupa. I've never had a problem with those. It's usually a pretty solid item. And that works out well. But like I said, it's not like it gets to that point where it's so bad. But it definitely could be better. So my feelings toward this item are mixed. It definitely, execution-wise, it is what they said it was going to be. It's not like I try this and there's one piece of the cheddar cheese baked into the shell. But I think for the way that it looks, I expected it to taste a little bit better. So this is one of those things where looks might be a little bit deceiving, because it's very standard. I would say average at best. Because I could definitely eat this, but I would have hoped for a little bit more in terms of quality when it comes down to it. Now, real quick, what I'm going to do, even though it comes with the the sour cream, I'm just going to pour a tiny bit of fire sauce on it. But again, price for this $2.49, $5 for the meal deal. Let me just pour a tiny bit of fire sauce, and then we'll finish things up. But yeah, I mean, I just would have expected a little bit more when it comes down to this. I mean, the spice that it gives it, the fire sauce, is nice. Doesn't really offset the just overwhelming monotony of the shell and all the Parmesan cheese baked into it. Out of 10, therefore, I'm going to give it a 4.9 out of 10. Definitely lacking in some pretty obvious ways to me. Still edible. It's not something that I'm vomiting up presently. If I do, I will keep you posted. But nothing to that extent. But definitely for this type of item, I would have expected a little bit better execution, especially for how it looked initially. That's all that I have for you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, the Report of the Week. Taco Bell is very hit or miss, and with the amount of releases that they always pump out, we'll hope for better the next time around. Thank you and take care. I'll see you later with another video.